Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Professor Hassan and you are watching my channel Professor Hassan Hamayu. After 4 days, FPSC is going to conduct a very important paper for the post of lecturer statistics female. Respected students, these 4 days are very important, beneficial and handy for you. Now today you can join my session. I will share my important papers with you and these paper will be very important for you for passing the written test for the post of female lecturer statistics. Today I am here to discuss very important questions of the topic of probability with you. I will start. Question number 1 is two mutually exclusive events. Dear students, I will share many concepts with you in every question. Two mutually exclusive events are those events which cannot come together. For example, success and failure. These two are mutually exclusive events. Next, very important concept. They are always dependent. Success and failure are two mutually exclusive events. If success occurs, failure will not occur. If failure occurs, success will not occur. It means failure depend upon success. Life and death are two mutually exclusive events and they are dependent too. Next topic is not mutually exclusive events. Those events A and B they will be not mutually exclusive events if they can come together. Probability of A intersection B is not equal to 0, then they will be not mutually exclusive events. And another MCQ I will share with you, not mutually exclusive events may be dependent and they may be independent or dependent. These all questions are very important for the written test as well as interview. Next, the question is now here, question number 1. Two mutually exclusive events A and B, I told you the detail about it, are called collectively exhaustive events if A union B is equal to what? Exhaustive events are those events which constitute the whole sample space. Head and tail make the whole sample space. So A union B will be equal to sample space when we have A and B are two exhaustive events. Answer is sample space. Next question is, three coins are tossed altogether. Three coins are tossed together. The sample space will consist of dash sample point. Respected students, there are two possible outcomes when we toss a coin, head or tail. It means there are two possible outcomes. So what will be the formula? Base will be 2, total number of outcomes, and power will be how many times you toss the coin. It is 3. So 2 power 3 will be 8. If you have 2 dice and you throw, you roll 2 dice, and we know there are 6 possible outcomes of a dice. So base will be 6, power will be 2, 36 will be outcomes. So here answer is 8. If you toss 2 coins, the answer will be 4. If you toss 1 coin, the answer will be 2. Next question is, a measure of the chance that an uncertain event will occur, that will be equal to, answer is probability. There are 3 types of events. Sure event, its probability is 100% chances. Probability of impossible event, that is equal to 0. Then uncertain event, the probability can be between 0 and 1, and we measure the chances when a measure of the chance that an uncertain event will occur, that is the probability actually. Question number 4. In tossing of 2 perfect coins, it means there are 4 possible outcomes: head head, tail tail, head tail and tail head. There are 4 possible outcomes that should be in your mind. Next, the question is, if you toss 2 coins, the probability at least 1 head occurs. It means we are interested in at least 1 head, means 1 head and 2 heads. Then there are 3 possibilities out of 4: HT, TH and HH. 3/4 will be the correct answer. Next question is, for 2 independent events, dear students, 2 events A and B are said to be independent events if the occurrence of event A does not affect the occurrence of event B. If the occurrence of event B does not affect the occurrence of event A, then these 2 will be independent events. Then please keep in mind, whenever we have two independent events, very important MCQs, then probability of A intersection B will be equal to probability of A multiply probability of B. Very important concept. And you can also say probability of A union B will be equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus then the product of probability of A multiply probability of B. Now here is the question: for two independent events A and B, probability of A is 0.12, probability of 0.2, then how to calculate, you will have to find probability of A intersection B. What will you do? Multiply probability of A with multiply probability of B. 0.12 multiplied by 0.2, answer will be 0.024. Next question is probability of A is 0.3, probability of B is 0.8, probability of A intersection B is 0.24. Then the two events A and B are what? If you multiply probability of A with probability of B, the answer is equal to probability of A intersection B. Then we can conclude that A and B are two independent events. Next question is probability of A union B is given, probability of A is given, probability of A intersection B is given, and you are to calculate probability of B. The formula is very simple. Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Just substitute the values and you can get the required answer. Next question is, a student solved 160 questions out of 350. The probability of solving the next question is, that will be number of favorable over total. It means 160 over 350. Next question is, a variable whose values are determined by the outcomes of the random experiment, and this is random variable. Sometimes we are not interested in the outcome of the random experiment, but we are interested the number of times the outcome appears. For example, we are interested in number of heads and number of tails. Then we have the values of the random variable actually. Next question is, the set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space. Next question is, a discrete probability distribution may be represented by, dear students, discrete probability distribution may be represented by a table, then mathematical equation, then a graph. There are three options, all are correct. Next question is, the probability function is always non-negative. Next question is very, very important question, and I have seen many students, they are confused in this question. If x and y are two independent random variables, then standard deviation of x minus y, that will be equal to variance of x plus variance of y under the root, whole under the root. Don't say standard deviation of x plus standard deviation of y, that will be incorrect. And don't say standard deviation of x minus standard deviation of x. If you are to calculate standard deviation of x plus y or x minus y, formula is same, variance of x plus variance of y whole under the root. Next question is, if A is a constant, then variance of a constant is always equal to 0. We know standard deviation will be 0, variance will also be 0. Next question is, variance of x is 5, then variance of 2x plus 5. We know we take the square of 2, 4 variance of x. It means 20 will be the correct answer, plus variance of 5 will be 0. Next question is, the distribution function is equal to, that is always equal to, by definition, probability x less than equal to small x. Next question is, successive trials of a binomial experiment are, there are 4 properties of the binomial distribution. Trials are independent, trials are fixed, each trial has 2 possible outcomes, success or failure. Next, last one is, probability of success is same for all the trials. Next question is, parameters of the binomial distribution are 2, n and p. Mean is np, variance is npq, standard deviation is under root npq. Next question is, in binomial distribution, mean is 6, variance is 4, what is p? Dear students, you will take the support of the formula. np is equal to 6, npq is equal to 4. Solve them and find out the value of p. Next question is, in binomial distribution, mean is 10, it means np is equal to 10 and p is 0.1. Substitute the value and get n. In binomial distribution, When P is not equal to Q, it means we have the skewed distribution. Skewed is the correct answer. When P is equal to Q, then it is symmetrical distribution. If P is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to Q, then we have symmetrical distribution. If P is less than Q, we have positively skewed distribution. If P is greater than Q, means 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, then we have negatively skewed distribution. Next question is, a random variable x has binomial distribution with n10, p 0.3, variance, formula of variance with npq. Next question is, for a Poisson distribution with standard deviation is equal to 2, what is mean? We know in Poisson distribution mean and variance are always equal, so variance will be 4, mean will also be equal to 4. Next question is, a binomial distribution with n is equal to 1000 and p is equal to 0.5. When p is 0.5, it means we have the symmetrical distribution. Respected students, do join the session today and must comment on today's video. Assalamu alaikum.